getting back to college comparison, all those schools that you listed is good, but you want to be able to look at the cost of those colleges. How much is it actually going to cost? You don't want to put, like if my child was saying, I want to go to Spelman. Spelman is not a cheap school. It's a great school, but it's not a cheap school. What I don't want to do as a parent is say, that is too high, you can't go there. Because things like that, I know you would never do that, but things like that, when you start telling a student right off the bat, that school's too high, you need to look somewhere else. When you start saying that, it kind of plants little seeds in their heads and they get a little frustrated. And so they say, well, I can't go to the school that I want to, I just won't go anywhere. And I know a few that have done that. So things like that, you have to be careful. But what I would like for you to start thinking about is getting together to compare college costs with your student. Let them see how much this costs. Let them know that if you want to go to this school, I want you to make sure that you're getting a Hope Scholarship. If you want to live on campus, you definitely need to be making the grade so you can have that Hope Scholarship. And I have a little sheet back at the Chattahoochee table, and some of you have already picked it up. It's called College Comparison. And I kind of did this yesterday for you all to give you an idea about some of the different schools and how much they may cost. I've listed the state schools. I listed Chattahoochee, Georgia Highlands. I listed an out-of-state school to give you an idea about if your student is trying to go out of state, that cost is going to be double in tuition because they're out-of-state school. And Hope Scholarship does not travel outside of Georgia. So that's something that you can think about. And then private schools are more expensive. And then you can look at that kind of as a family, and that helps your son or daughter to try and get an idea about what they need to do. Because it's not all on the parents. Because like I said earlier, all kids in the state of Georgia can go to college. All students in the state of Georgia can get a college degree because of the Hope Scholarship, the Hope Grant, and the Hope Fund. So that's out there. So students, you have a part in this also. It's not all on the parents. You need to be making sure that you're getting a 3.0. That's not a lot to add. Back in my day in school, the only people you heard about getting those scholarships was the ones that made A's, the A pluses and A's. That wasn't me. But the 3.0 is easy to maintain. And that's not a lot to ask for Hope Scholarship. On that little sheet also, I kind of listed how much Hope Scholarship pays out per school. So it just kind of gives you an idea. And although your school may not be listed on there, it'll give you an idea how to go and see about how much you're going to be paying out of pocket, that gap funding. That gap means basically how much you're going to have to pay out of pocket. I get a lot of calls, not during this time of the year, when parents and students are planning. When I get my calls from parents and students that I know in the community, whether or not they know I do financial aid, if they'll wait till the last minute, they'll call me. They're calling me because they're surprised that they're not getting enough financial aid or enough scholarships to cover the cost that it's going to take for their child to go to school. And so, doing it this way, you won't get all those surprises. But there are ways to cut college costs. Like I say, definitely stay in the state of Georgia. I wouldn't tell my student what school they can attend, but I would really, really, really encourage them to stay in the state of Georgia. Also, private schools, like I say, are a little bit expensive. Also, some students can complete a couple of years at Georgia Highlands, Chattahoochee Tech,